I'm doing something a little different with my review today from the Bionicle stuff I have been doing recently, though I will return to Bionicle in the upcoming days as well. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of Spinmaster's blind box Batman minifigures. Now, for anyone who is new to the channel, the reason I am doing simpler things like this and reviews like this, it's because my computer has been destroyed. A little bit of unfortunate water damage has left me down a computer. If you do want to help support the channel and replacing that computer so I can get to the more in-depth stuff that I prefer to do, there is a link to the fundraiser in the description. Any amount you are willing to donate is greatly appreciated. But back to the point at hand. Spinmaster as a company has fairly recently picked up on the DC line, and I am impressed with some of their smaller 4-inch figures. I've picked up a couple, a Batman and a Superman in the past, and I'm really liking the quality for what is an inexpensive little toy. So I decided I was going to give these a chance. Now, these particular canisters, these blind boxes, I picked up at Target. I believe they were $4.99 US. They have been a little hard to track down online. I'm not sure if they're sold in other stores as well. I couldn't even find these stupid things on Spinmaster's website. So right off the bat, they've been a little bit of a pain just to figure out more details on. Now, the canisters themselves, the molding itself is pretty interesting. There's a lot of, there's a Batman symbol on the bottom, there's DC on the top with some ridges and some nice elements, but this packaging is legitimately really disappointing. It's mediocre. It doesn't show anything about the product inside. Of course, if you're in store, you're going to see the product on the little cardboard box that holds all of the canisters, but I still think there should have been something more to it here. Basically, it's a handful of Batman characters. There's a couple of Batman variations you can get. There's at least one Robin. Pretty sure there's a Joker and Harley Quinn. I know there was a Clayface, that kind of thing. For these, because they're in canisters like this, don't make a noise, I have absolutely no clue what's going to be in them. So let's go ahead and open this up, take a look, see what we get. Here's what the canister looks like without the plastic on it. Obviously there's nothing much more to it, just a little bit of rigid detail around it. The first one we've got, oh that's nice, we've got a Scarecrow who actually looks pretty legitimate. Let's see if there's another stand in there. Nope, I think there's a hole in the foot that I believe is just for standing on the lid as the stand. So Scarecrow we'll take a look further at in a minute. There is some internal packaging we will also take a look at in a minute. As far as this one goes, we actually have one of the Batmen in this one of the Batmans, I suppose. So this one appears to be the green and yellow one. So at least we got one of the main character in the mix as well. So far, I actually do like the detail on these. They very clearly do not have points of articulation, and they are just designed to be displayed standing around in action poses. But the detail on there does seem nice. With the other Spinmaster stuff, there's not really been any severe issues with paint or molding looking strange, and it carries over here. They very clearly both look very good. In display, there's no obvious flaws. So let's take a look at the insert down here and see what it shows us. So it looks like we've got a selection of the characters here. We've got Rebirth Batman, Swamp Batman, which is this one, Robin, which appears to be Damian Wayne, Nightwing, Joker, Harley Quinn, and Red Hood. On the other side, it shows us some of the others. Bane, Clayface, Batgirl, and then Scarecrow, the other one we have here. And then there's a rare Batman and a super rare Robin off to one side. So, all in all, these aren't bad. Looking at them, they're very clearly fun for display. Obviously, they can be displayed fully on their canisters like that, although I think that's a little unnecessarily extra. I think they look just fine on just the lids. For the price point that I picked them up at, for $5 a piece, I'm not really sure if it's worth it for everyone. To put that into perspective, the recent Lego DC collectible series in the blind bags, even at their maximum price, is also at $4.99. Most places like Walmart, you don't find them at that price, you find them cheaper. And in addition to being, a very high quality product, since Lego is very clearly keen on that, it also has multiple points of articulation, and there's a lot more playability value out of something like this. So at the current price point of $4.99, I'm not sure if this is going to be worth it for you. It might be worth keeping an eye out for, and it might be worth checking to see if the price goes down, because they're both very clearly nice. It's hard to tell without looking closer, but I just now realized how much burlap texturing is around on Scarecrow, around on his pants, a little bit on the gloves. Like, it's clearly a very well-designed small item. If you like miniatures and you like DC, these look like they're going to be worthwhile for you. They might not be worthwhile unless you're just a huge collector, though. Just my thoughts on it. I may keep an eye out for them. I may try and pick up a few more to do in the future, since all in all they are pretty decent, but your mileage is going to vary based on the price point. Anyway, that's all I have for today, just a quick review. I definitely thank everyone who's supporting me in these hard times. Again, if you're willing to donate anything at all to help me replace a computer, I can get back to some of the more in-depth stuff. I've done some pretty elaborate videos about Assassin's Creed. I've done some bigger gaming videos in recent history. If you'd be willing to check those out, I'd greatly appreciate it. A like, comment, even a subscribe from any of the content around here will help YouTube with the engagement in the meantime, while I am not able to do as much. Either way, though, do stay safe out there, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.